Hey guys, Kevin here with Lowcountry Paver. I'm the marketing director. We're here at my house today, gonna do a little DIY fire pit reno. As you can see, I've got an old beat up fire pit here. We're gonna go ahead and replace it with our Palmetto fire pit kit. Pulled these out of my truck and stacked them up here for the time being. First off, we're gonna go ahead and take this old one out. So let's get to it. Had quite a few burns in here too. So a lot of old firewood, ash, really want to get it out of there. So one thing to think about while we're excavating the area, here we're a little bit lucky where I had a pre-existing fire pit here. It's gonna be a little bit too big, but we want to make sure that we're making this circular area for this Palmetto fire pit in particular, 46.5 inches in diameter. So it's helpful to plant a stake right in the middle, measure your radius, half of that diameter, and with a string go around and spray paint a spot in your grass or your surface here, and then start cutting out the grass or whatever that surface is there. Now that we've got the site pretty clear here, just the dirt exposed, we're gonna go ahead and lay some crushed gravel on here. Typically you wanna do about 4 inches of crushed gravel below this surface. So we're gonna go ahead and lay that down on here, and then we'll start the leveling process and start laying these pavers. Now that we got the stone in, I'm gonna try to get this as level as possible with this rake. Pretty simple tools that you need for this: a shovel, rake, a tamp helps. We'll tamp it down a little bit here, and a level. We'll need a level too. All right, now that we've got the base layer set up, leveled out here, we're gonna start laying the pavers. And with this fire pit in particular, we're looking at a 16-inch high fire pit, so that will amount to 4 layers or rows of these pavers here. So we'll do 4 rows, 18 around. That will equal 1 row, and then we'll stack them on top of each other from there. What I'm going to do is start with 1 on one side, dig it in there, or 1 on the other side. We'll take our level. Make sure these level out so that our rows sit evenly, front to back, side to side, and we don't have any wobbly pavers here. Pretty good there. So we've got the first layer here just set. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and level this whole layer here. That way we know when we put the next layer on top, that one's going to be level, and then the next 2 layers after that will be level. Your kit comes with glue. I'm electing not to glue these pavers down in case I want to pull it up and move it. I live in a townhouse now, so I might want to move it with me to my next house. We want to make sure that we're staggering these. So laying them basically half and half on the layer below. That goes for this next layer, and then the 2 layers come in after that. So yeah, again, we want to make sure we're staggering laying these blocks on top of each other. We want to make sure we're not stacking them. So basically split between the 2 directly underneath. We'll lay this one down and continue all the way around just as we did with the previous layer. And then we'll do the same with the next one. Basically what I'm doing here is I'm just hammering in from the outside with the rubber mallet, just tightening up that encirclement, if that's a word. But they'll all wedge within each other, kind of keep everything in place and keep everything tight. With this last layer, I'm being a little bit picky with which side I show as far as the pavers. So if you have a few set aside that you like the top of, or you had a couple chips or blemishes, this This fire pit is a tumble finish, so occasionally you'll get some chips in it that you don't want to be on the top layer. Better off putting those on the bottom. Still gonna last you a lifetime, but trying to opt for the smoother face on these top layers. So there you have it. As you can see, much better looking fire pit than the previous one I had in here. You know, this is my first time putting a fire pit in myself as well. Took us probably about an hour to do. Just a pair of extra hands and some of the off-scene stuff that you didn't see. Overall, relatively easy to do. You can do it yourself. If you have any questions on installing one of these, or if you want to go ahead and take the job on, feel free to reach out to us. You can hit us up online at lcpaver.com. Or you can reach out via phone, 843-784-7104. We're happy to help, happy to guide you in the right direction, give you all the tools you need to complete a project like this.